Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. Distributed tidily. It's a good spell of possession, this. He's in space and looking for options. And reclaimed it in a trice. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, it's hard to overlook the very talented Musiala, Peter. I mean, when Germany's finest come calling at such a young age and place such faith in him, then you know he's got something special. Often played ahead of more established pros, allowing him to break so many records already.
Yeah, still certainly be leaning heavily on him. He's had a hit! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Poland, can he put it away? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Inter Milan with the corner, there first. And he was alert to it. And now they can spring out of defence. Messi. Now it's Torres. Musiala. Guardiola. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Rudiger. Passing is crisp and sharp.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Conte, and it's Messi.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Oh, nice touch.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Adams. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Messi. Now it's Messi. Goes in for the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Up for a header! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Poland's really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Costa Curta. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's been this time, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Back into the middle. Messi shapes to shoot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Pedri. For Musiala. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pedri. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Messi. And now they can clear their lines. Gets his pass away. Spread neatly. Lovely ball, and there's the shot! He's got a goal! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And here's Drogba. Koundé. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And they can counter here. Tar.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
There will be 1 minute
Messi,
at a time.
and Messi! And more, and more, and more! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Poland really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And we hit half-time. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way,
Hello,
and there is
attendees.
nothing
This is
short
a
of
lost
absolute
children's
deflation.
announcement. With the father
This
of a
looks
boy in
well
the
and truly
green
sewn up
backpack.
already,
Kindly
Peter,
contact
but
a nearby
please
member of
feel
staff.
free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Inter Milan are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Messi. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Drogba.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Just eases him off the ball. Fernando Torres. Now there's a... Musiala! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Pedri. Conte. And here's Torres. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, this is a great position. Drogba gets flagged offside.
The attendance for this match was
Zaire Emery.
72,306.
Drogba. Oh, the shot could... He's had a shot! And he's heaved it away. Musiala producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Conte. And he's in on goal! Costa Curta. Zaire Emery plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he cuts out the supply. Pedri. And here's Torres. Pedri. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Danger averted for now. Cleared without hesitation. Guardiola did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He can run onto that. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
Great chance! And how did he not make it four?
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Conte. And here's Torres. Musiala! It's a goal! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution for Poland, number 8.
So, time for
Conte.
changes on both sides, actually.
20, Fernando
So,
Torres.
just a consolation,
Number
or is there a
14,
way back from here?
Nielsen. Number 10, Messi. Number 42.
Oh, he's onto this.
Musiala.
He's beaten the last
On the
man.
field.
Chance! They've scored!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Substitution.
Inter Milan making another change here. Poland get themselves back into contention.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Koundé. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Koundé gets it clear. Can he get onto this? And here's Nunez. He's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Nunez.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
The final 5 minutes. And it's Neymar.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri. Gives it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Mohamed Salah. Now, who's going to be first? Oh, what has happened here? Defending of the desperate variety.
Poland have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And the shot! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Inter Milan could not have picked up Messi! Oh, it's a nice idea. He's tried one! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Header! Good stop. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It's really well cleared. And there goes the final whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, since it first opened its doors back in the mid-1990s, this most splendid of venues in European football has delivered so many memorable games, and it is time once more to lose ourselves in these superb scenes. Just chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Passing is crisp and sharp.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Koundé gets across to intercept that. No way through. Now it's Messi. Costa Curta. And here's Messi. Can he get it through? Great chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So, a breakthrough already. Gullit. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And it's Drogba. Cristiano Ronaldo. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He won't be happy with that one. Messi. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Played back in. And that's a superb pass. Oh, there's the clearance. Lacroix. Now Davids. Lahm. Davids.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, super find. Alexander-Arnold. There's the header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Gullit. Turns back here, probably the best option. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Costa Curta. Gullit. Rummenigge. And it's Lahm. Come backwards here.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
Had a shot! Adams clears it away. Rummenigge. And he's there to retrieve it. Time and again they are repelled. Ronaldo has created one goal already. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Davids. Davids charging forward, the ball at his feet. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And he's had a hit. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Bullet just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Mateus. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's some great running on show here, but and the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Rummenigge! Gullit. Davids. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Messi. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Mateus could move up a gear here. And it's Lahm. Davids. And the ball is out of play. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Costa Curta.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
There's the hit! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
That has not gone well. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And reclaimed it in a trice. Fiddles it through. Oh, there's a probing ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tar calmly anticipates. Costa Curta. Now it's Messi. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Costa Curta. Guardiola. Messi. Pass is coming off in... He's had a hit! They've got to be quick to recover this. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Defending was strong and firm. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Very nicely done. And he cuts out the supply.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Drogba. Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Shevchenko. Davids, looking for the run. Defending of the desperate variety. Passes short and sharp. Davids! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Costa Curta. Bit too much weight on the pass.
Inter probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Oh, that should get the job done. Tar is there, and he can get that clear. Adams with the clearance. He's through here. Araujo cuts out the pass. And time is up. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Drogba picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.